Okay, so for now we'll set a configuration for our configuration file using that annotation. So the WebSocket configurer will implement a WebSocket message broker config. So we're going to write implements a WebSocket message broker configure. So there's another notation which is at enable message broker, so we'll include it in our class. So we are good to go. So for now we'll write the logic for the WebSocket config file, and the first thing we'll have to do is we'll have to include the message broker configurer registry, and to do that we have to override it and write a public method. So the method is void, it doesn't return anything. So include the registry stomp endpoints, and it's also overridden. It's a function which is overridden. So I'll write public void, then registry stomp endpoints. So the parameters are the stomp endpoint registry, then curly brackets, then the logic. So in this part we'll have to add also the endpoints. So I'll add the endpoints. Then also I'll have to allow the origin patterns. And in this one it will be X. Then I'll have to implement it with sock.js. So for that one I'm also done. So to have a full understanding of what's happening here is that a first configured message broker in my application. So I'll have to set the application destination prefix to app, and I'll also need to enable the simple broker, which in this case the prefixes are chatroom and the user. Then lastly I'll have to set the user destination prefix, and in this case it's user. So the other part is I'll have to register the stomp endpoints, and as you can see my stomp endpoints are WS and X. So that's part of what I need to do in the application for it to run well. So in the next part I'll have to create the chat controller. So I'll create a package by the name controller, and in this package I'll save the name of the class of the name of the controller as chat app controller. So I'll have to annotate with the controller annotation for any controller classes in Java. So for the chat controller I'm going to use a simp messaging template, and to do that I'll have to auto wire it into the chat controller. Simp. My computer is a bit slow, but I hope you guys. So this is important for me to be able to send and receive messages. That's why I'm using this template. So after that, I'll need to introduce a messaging mapping, and my messaging mapping will point to a message endpoint, and so I'll include it using the message mapping annotation. So and also the send to annotation. So this will point to where the message is supposed to be sent, and for this case it's in the chat room, which is the public. So I'm going to write two methods, one for sending the message to a public chat room, and the other will send a message to the private chat room. So let's begin with the public chat room. So I'm going to write a public method, which in this case will return the message from our message model. So it shouldn't be messaging, it shouldn't be from the messaging, it should be from the message model that we created. So it will receive public message, so on receiving the public message we'll have to take a payload, and the payload for our case is the message